going to see now. And then in the end we have other thing to add to the table, to what is going on in Iran now, and the threat which became very serious now in these days. So let us hear now this very interesting YouTube we did a while ago, and as you see, very, very significant and also important message for Israel, in fact, for the whole world about the great threat that's coming from Iran. Before showing you a very interesting and significant table, minimal in the Old Torah, Yomei Iran, the threats of Iran, and with many words definitely coming here, which I will show you just now. But before this, let us see what the defense minister in Israel, Gantz, says about the situation. So this is what appears in the newspaper, Ma'ariv, Israeli newspaper. So this is what he says. The defense minister referred to the attack on the Iranian ship attributed to Israel and said during an event marketing a decade for the Iron Dome system. So this is what he said. We are preparing in front of various fronts and also in the face of Iranian threats. Yeah. Iranian threats are in the center today in the news. So let us see now what the table says. So the table, the first thing, minimal in the Torah, which is very important. It is only twice in the Torah the verse Iran threats, and this is a minimal one. So what is written there? Yumei Iran, the threats of Iran on the sons of Israel. Then, what more we have, the most important, to know which kind of people this Iran you want to wipe out Israel. That means they belong to Amalekite, come here, letter after letter. And the evil force, the heavenly minister, the angel, appointed on the Amalek, is a Samael, which appears here together with the threat of Iran. Then we know today about Khamenei or Khamenei, but the real name in Persian is not Chai, it's Hay. So what you have is Aminai. This is exactly his name. Aminai. And what is the most interesting, there's the appearance of Aminai in the Old Torah. This one is the second minimal. And best meetings you have here with the threats of Iran, with the Samael, and best meeting with Aminai, which itself makes tables very significant. As I mentioned to you, the program of this table that you see when you have the Old Torah letter after letter, which is also what is written there, is Dr. Rothenberg, Dr. Alexander Rothenberg program. He himself, scientist from Russia, he came to Israel like Professor Reeves, and Professor Reeves showed him the phenomenon of the chord. He checked it properly, he said, no doubt, it's clear indicated Torah from heaven, which it is, and he became Orthodox Jews, kept the Torah and everything, and even wrote an interesting book on the chords, which is called, in English, All Is Truth. It means the book is in English, All Is Truth. So he says that minimal, as you have here, best meetings, even parallel, are significant. So let us see what you have in this table, which is very, very significant. So I have minimal in the Torah, Yomei Iran, the threats of Iran, exactly what Defense Minister Gantz said, and using exactly the same. Then you have this threat to the children of Israel from Iran, who are the Amalekite, the evil forces want to wipe out Israel. And this was they say clearly, Amanai, he said clearly, There's a purpose of the bomb of everything 150 missiles in the north and rockets in the south, and Hamas and Fatah and Hezbollah, all of those jihad are the hands of Iran. So all of this comes here, Amalekite. And amazingly, this we hope that it will be. This appears exactly in the location the Torah, when the Torah says, Reshit Goim Amalek Acharitor. A leading nation is Amalek, but its fate is to perish forever, hoping that soon will happen. It is interesting that in fact the Hebrew word Reshit is also the first one, because Amalek from the beginning attacked Israel already in the time when Jews came out of Egypt in the desert. They came to attack them. After Jews desecrated the Sabbath, it's written before, Jews desecrated the Sabbath and the Amalek came, because this is one of the reasons we suffer from Amalek, because desecration of the Sabbath, transgressing the Torah, no doubt. So, amazing, you have here Amalek and Samael, even you have also the feminine, you know, Samael is a masculine, the angel of Amalek, Edom, and then you have Lilith, you see, Lilith in green. This is a feminine, which is a heavenly minister of lust, which is Mary Ishmael. Unbelievable. In fact, in our prayers, when we pray 3 times a day, we say, we ask God, Asher mimenu yagom v'anochal, remove from us fire and agony. So, it is Sfarim Sidur, it's clearly, those are the two, Samael and Lilith. Unbelievable. Then what we are looking more in the table is amazing. You have here also parallel Raisi, very, very cruel man who hung many, many people, and you know, he, who knows, easily can press the buttons, and you know, 150,000 missiles on Israel is no Israel, you know. Interesting that our rabbis, Chafetz Chaim and Vilna Gaon, said a while ago that if it will be a third war, it will take a few minutes. How they knew at that time, so clearly there is an indication. So what we hope that when the Jews will keep the Torah, will do Shuvah, and will do what is written there, Taseh kol asher aneichem mislavcha, and you should observe all that I done upon you. It means you have to keep the whole Torah. No, a lot of people say, keep this one, God will be happy. No, you have to keep the whole Torah, not to miss anything. And then, if you will keep, comes here Messiah. Small skip, Messiah, second minimum in the Order Torah, and the year, amazing, come 572, 2021, 22, amazing. Then, what is interesting that you have again Messiah, Mashiach, right, parallel, which also indicates to another Messiah, son of Joseph, will prepare the way, will pave the way for Jesus. So therefore, it's amazing to see here, right? So in fact, it goes down here, you cannot see so clearly, but it Tafshin Pei comes here, yeah, and this is a year, sabbatical year. About what the Rabbi said, sabbatical year is a year of wars, Milchama, you can see a war, hoping that Messiah will come bring us a temple, yeah? But also Rabbi tells us that in the end of the seventh year, the sabbatical year will have Messiah. Yeah, interesting. But no, wars will take place, and the threat from Iran is really a war, because Israel will not see any way to get rid of this threat. Only war, fighting, do things yet. The unbelievable phenomena, so no doubt. Very, very interesting, significant table. Now, in order to see how significant it is and how important it is, so I did in Hebrew, Gematria. It is in Hebrew, but basically this is what I told you about the table, Tabla, Threat Iran. So the best minimal on the Torah, as we said, threats of Iran. Aminai, yeah, Minai, the full expression writing of the name of this Iranian president, minimally. Second, minimal Torah, Raisi comes parallel also important. Mashiach, as we saw, is the second minimal, and again we have Messiah parallel. And here is the best meeting in the Torah between threat of Iran and Samael. He says there is another table in Iran. Interesting that the best meeting comes here. And also the best meeting of threats of Iran and Iman. All together are exactly the conditions which makes table very, very significant. And this is this table. As you have all these things, what Professor Dr. Rothenberg said, to make a appropriate and important, significant table, minimal, best meetings of Samael, Minai, and minimal, you have the Amalekite, is exactly the location. He's hoping that it will be soon, if we'll do Shuvah, if we'll keep the Torah, if we'll keep all the mitzvot, you know. There are some people who take what suits them, not such a thing. Yeah, if somebody is sick and he got medicine, you have to take all the medicine, cannot say what suits him. So interesting and significant and important table for